The Sith Imperial Navy is remembered as one of the most impressive starfleets in galactic history, and this renown is due in no small part to its high level of streamlining and adaptability. The brainchild of legendary Grand Moff Odile Viken, the Imperial Navy was assembled during the Sith Empire's exile in the unknown regions, and intended to fit as much versatility into as few separate starship designs as possible, so as to streamline repairs and simplify fleet cohesion when the invasion of the Republic finally came. Filling the primary capital ship role within the fleet, the Harrower-class Dreadnought serves as the backbone of the Imperial Navy, combining the functionality of a carrier, battleship and command vessel into a single frame. The Harrower is valuable in almost any engagement, and a popular choice for high-ranking military officials and members of the Sith Order. Though indeed powerful and strategically crucial, the Harrower's size makes it typically less maneuverable at sublight velocities, and as a result, the ship is best employed as part of a flotilla, including several support vessels and destroyers. Serving as the primary destroyer of the Imperial fleet, the Terminus class is smaller and less resilient than the Harrower, but substantially faster and surprisingly well armed for its size. Intended to engage much larger vessels and partake in wolf-pack tactics alongside other ships of its class, the Terminus is by far the most common warship in the fleet. The vessel serves as the mainstay of most battle groups, compensating for the few shortcomings of the fleet's larger dreadnoughts, and working in a powerful tandem to pose a deadly threat to any would-be adversary. Though generally less effective on a ship-to-ship basis than the starfighters of the Galactic Republic, the Sith Empire's fighter wings are nonetheless highly impressive in combat. As would be the case with many other Sith-inspired political powers for millennia to come, the Imperial Navy preferred to employ vast swarms of cheaply constructed and easily replicable fighter craft, with their primary example of this being the Mark VI Supremacy-class starfighter, a lightly armed interceptor equipped with minimal shielding but boasting a high rate of fire and powerful engines, so as to best serve the complex swarm formations they would so often participate in. A frequent task of the Empire's Supremacy-class fighters would be the escort of the fleet's primary bomber craft, the B-28 Extinction-class bomber. Naturally slower and less effective in dogfights than their starfighter counterparts, the Extinction was designed for attacks against surface-based targets and spaceborne warships, whereas the Republic preferred to employ larger bomber formations using their PT-7 Raven light bombers. The Empire's Extinction class was built to be used in smaller groups or individually, carrying a far greater loadout of proton bombs and torpedoes, but requiring an even greater fighter escort to reach its target unscathed. In the support role, the Sith Empire again shows its preference for streamlined designs. The fleet's primary transport vessel, the GAGE-class transport, is a conversion of the Terminus-class destroyer, stripping away the majority of the ship's weapon systems and internal compartments to make space for large amounts of cargo, but maintaining the original frame's heavy armor so as to help withstand any hostile action during cargo runs. Though the Sith Empire rarely breaks from its tradition of multi-purpose vessels, on some occasions craft have been commissioned to fill highly specific roles within the Empire. The most prominent examples of this are the X-70B Phantom, an expensive and uncommon stealth vessel intended for use by agents of Imperial intelligence, and the Fury-class Interceptor, a powerful gunship and personal transport vessel intended for members of the Sith Order. Though only produced in small numbers, both of these vessels proved highly successful across the course of the Great Galactic War, serving as effective pursuit vehicles, as well as transporting officials and supporting small-scale fleet operations. Renowned and feared throughout the decades of its existence, the Sith Imperial Navy served as the inspiration for many of the designs and styles employed by Palpatine's Galactic Empire several thousand years later, and the fleet is remembered as one of the most impressive and successful war machines in galactic history.